welcome. Thanks for director here at the Milford Senior Center in Milford, Connecticut. And this morning you're tuning in for Yoga with D. Remember to make sure that the space that you're exercising in is free from any hazards that you might trip over or bump into. Please exercise at your pace and make sure you stay hydrated today. And if you have any questions about what exercises you should or shouldn't do, please consult your doctor. Thank you so much and have a wonderful morning. Enjoy, Dee.
Thank you, Amanda. Good morning, everyone. So before we begin, we're going to use block and strap or tie or belt. So I'm going to give you a minute or so to go ahead and get your props ready. Hopefully you remember to bring them with you every week. Sometimes we use them, sometimes we do not. Okay? So that, this is a beautiful time of the year. Along with that comes stress and a little tension in our lives. And the key to productivity and efficiency and stress yoga can boost your immunity. So I'm happy you're joining us this morning. And let's begin. Is stillness and concentration. So I want you to take that as your little mantra this morning. Stillness and concentration. So we're just going to begin by allowing the body to become perfectly still for 1 minute, 60 seconds. Nice and tall, on your mat, in your chair. Close your eyes, relax your face. Beginning now. The only movement is your breathing. Please lower your chin to your chest. Open your eyes and lift your head. So that was a little shy of 60 seconds. And you might find, some of you might find, that very difficult to be slow and quiet for that. Those of you that find that, you will. So we're going to begin by just warming up very gently. And I want you to again drop your chin to your chest. And I want you to let your chin roll over towards your right shoulder. Just a little pendulum. And then slowly over to your left shoulder. To your right shoulder. To your left shoulder. Now I want you to hold. Hold here. Relax. Right ear left. And we're going to increase the stretch if you wish. So you're going to begin to lift that arm. Head's going in one direction, the arm's going the other. And then start to move it so that you find it increases the stretch. You're just increasing the stretch. Just finding an appropriate stretch or movement of the arm. It might be high, it might be back, it might be down. And just hold that. Keep your jaw relaxed, your gaze soft, or even your eyes closed. And be still, concentrate. And release that arm. Let your head roll over to the opposite side. So again, jaw is soft. Facial muscles relax. And hold it. If you want to increase, if this is enough, stay where you are. If you want to increase, you're going to take the arm out, maybe forward, Breathe back. A little higher. You're going to find the point where you get the most stretch. You're going to hold it. No effort. You're going to release. Chin rolls to the chest. Let your gaze sweep forward to the top of your mat and bring your head back into neutral. I'm going to slide slightly forward on the front edge of the chair. So bring the arms halfway up. Now palms are facing down, and at shoulder level, I want you to draw the shoulders back and down so that you externally rotate, palms are facing up, and then continue raising the arms over your head. So you might come here, here, or even touch. Don't hunch your shoulders, keep the shoulders relaxed. Begin to lower down. Once they come shoulder height, internally roll the shoulders and lower them all the way down. Now, continuous movement, halfway up, roll the shoulders back, continue that lift, and then halfway down, roll them forward and lower. Once more, inhale, and exhale. Very nice. So I'm going to take my right arm up, hit my finger left. I'm just going over and into a little lateral movement, just testing the water. And then I'm going to come over to the opposite side. I like to hold the seat of the chair. If you're on the mat, fingertips are just beyond your hips. We're going to go back to the first side, and this time we're going to hold it. I'm going to increase that lateral stretch. I'm firmly pressing down into the base, into my sit bones. Now I might want to start to move that shoulder a little bit, or forward and back. Or I might want to bend that elbow and draw the arm back. Nice little stretch, that upper back area and the shoulder. And do that a few more times. Just lengthening, stretching. Yay. And release. Getting a little charge there. Let's do the same thing to the opposite side. Come up. Release. Other side. Back to the first side. This is where we hold. Remember, don't lean so that the sit bone lifts up. Plant that left buttock firmly down. Reach through the ribcage. Increase. You can send that elbow drop back. Stretch. Drop back. Stretch. Let's hold it. And release. We're going to increase a little more. We're going to go over to the opposite side. This time, the bottom arm, you can start to lift it so that the arms may be wide, or you may draw them closer together with parallel. You have to be very firm in the base, abdominal muscles drawing in, not rolling that shoulder forward. Just stretching. Up, forward, to lower down. We're going to the other side. Raise. Now remember, bottom arm starts lift. Maybe you'll stay here. Maybe this is just perfect for you. Coming a little closer. Reaching. Feel that energy shooting through the fingertips. Yay. And release. Very nice. How about a little twist? Raise the arms up into the air and start to turn your body. I'm going to my right, you're going to your left. I like to rest the back of the wrist on that leg, other leg. Palm is facing that direction. And I'm going to begin to spin. Remember, spin through your waist, your ribs, your chest, your shoulder, and then lastly, your head. Don't force the neck or head. Just go as far as you wish. Maybe you want to keep the chin in alignment with a juggler notch. Maybe that's perfect for you today. Or maybe you can gaze over that back shoulder. Release. Reach up, inhale, and over to the other side. I'm holding the back of the chair, one arm. Shoulders are level. Collarbones are wide, spine tall. Begin your rotation, your twist. And lastly, the head and neck. Release, come back to center. We'll work on the lower part of the body. So we're going to extend the legs straight forward. So we're coming into our loose stick pose or stack pose. And then we're going to draw the soles of the feet together, but not touching. If not, you can come into your cobbler's pose. So broadening across the hips and back into stick. So again, cobbler, stick, cobbler, stick, cobbler, stick, ankle, stick, white ankle, cobbler, stick, cobbler, white ankle, stick, white ankle, cobbler, stick, cobbler, white ankle, stick, and release. Shake it. It's a nice way of warming up those hips a little bit. Good job. Now, from here, if you're working on your mat, I'm going to invite you to lie down on your backs. So take a little lie down. Stay seated in the chair if you are working in your chair this morning. And we're just going to start by lifting the right leg. Right? So I'm interlacing my hands at the back of the thigh. I've got a nice little grip on that leg. I'm not taking my spine to the leg. I'm keeping the spine lifted. And I'm going to isolate the foot, begin to roll that ankle. And then begin to circle the lower leg from the knee down. Feel that freedom. Isolate, internally rotate, just change direction. And circle. And release. Changing legs, lift. Hold the back of the thigh. Isolate the foot. Start to roll the ankle. Make sure you're spreading your toes. Reverse the circle direction. And then circle the lower leg. Circle in the other direction. And release. Now, anxiety. So, along with the stress comes anxiety with it. And a little way to help you with type of anxiety is the next posture that we're going to do. So if you're on your mat, stay. Make sure you're staying. You're lying down. Knees are bent. Feet are on the floor. In the chair, we're sitting nice and tall. And we're going to just bring the right arm over our shoulder. And we're going to stretch out through the left leg. Opposite arm and leg. Release that. Left arm is going to lift. Right leg is going to straighten. And we're going to release. And we're going to go back to the right leg, arm and left leg. What this does, it helps you with your concentration. Also, you become one-pointedness. Now, both arms and both legs. Right arm, left leg. Right arm, left arm, right leg. Both arms, both legs. Release. Apanasana. So hug your knees into your belly if you're lying down. Bring your belly towards your knees if you're seated. And rock from side to side. Now the next pose, again, this is for anxiety. Again, concentration, one-pointedness. I want you to, I'm going to invite you, if you're working on the mat, to come to a kneeling position. So come into a kneeling position. Chair folks are going to stay exactly where we are. So very simple. We're just start by taking both arms over the shoulders. Now you're either kneeling or sitting. You're reaching up. And then you're going to reach forward. And as you do, you bring your chest towards your thighs. You can plant your hands under your shoulders, or you can bring your hands behind your back. You're going to sit up or rise onto your knees. Do the same thing again, coming forward, hands behind your back. This time as you come up, just the right arm comes over your head, left arm stays behind you. And you're going to slowly come forward. You're going to change arms, left arm, spine tall, and come forward. And both arms, and bow forward. And so if you're working on the mat, easing down, right arm, left arm, navel to spine, right arm, left arm, both arms, child's pose. Very nice. So now we're going to work into our all fours. So I'm going to invite you to come onto your hands and knees if you are still working on the mat. If you are working with your chair, remember you come up. You're going to take that chair, you're going to plant it so that you can place your hands on the seat of the chair. If you are a tall person, you can turn the chair so the back of the chair is to you and your hands are on the higher edge of the back of the chair. Remember, we're going to walk just a little bit away, so we've got our nice table position with our spine, arms distance away, nice wide feet, spreading and pressing my fingertips to the mat. I'm pressing my chest to my thighs. My shoulders are externally opening, head relaxed, sit bone rising, alternate bending one knee and then the other. Now I'm going to walk my feet together, so they're closer together. I'm going to try a little three-legged dog. I'm going to step forward slightly with the left leg, and then I'm going to start to raise the right leg. So maybe this is as far as you want to take that right leg up. Maybe you want to take it a little further. Make sure your hip bones are equal. Both hip bones are facing the earth. Foot is flexed. Now I might want to start to rotate that hip out. Open that hip. Try and keep your chest facing the earth so the only rotation comes in the hip area, the leg. Straighten the leg again. Left leg starts to come up. Remember, maybe this is as high as you want to go today. Maybe a little higher. If you'd like to bend your knee with a low leg, you can. Want to bring it a little higher, you can. Be sure your shoulders remain even. Don't twist in the upper body. Get that twist coming from the hip area. Straighten the leg and lower down. Nice. Again, back into your downward facing dog. Straightening one leg and then the other. Work. And then we're going to come into a little child's pose. So ease forward. Sit at the front edge of your chair. Deep breaths in and out. then slowly release. Or kneel back to all fours. Now from here, we're going to come into a lunge series. I'm going to lunge forward with my right leg. So that means my right leg is going to be forward. And plant your opposite hand on the block. You don't have to lean all the way down to the floor. All right, you've got that block. So then I'm going to separate a little bit. Now we're in our lunge. We're going to raise right arm over our head. And then you're going to drop it side, shoulder height, and down. Up, side, down. Up, side. Start to open. Foot twist. Deep breaths in and out. And release. Arm over your head, sink your pelvis. Okay? You've got your idea. Lunge with the left leg. Left side's to the back edge of the chair. Right leg is extended. Remember, I don't need to use the block. My hands on the chair for support. In position. Up. Out. Try this way. Up. Out. Down. Up. Shoulder. Head. Up. Shoulder. Head. Up. Shoulder hold. Draw the arm open. Reach, 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 reach. Take some deep breaths in and out. And release. Back into your child's pose. Maybe a little forward fold. Rise up. Nice work. So this time, we're going to sit facing forward. So sit in the cobbler's pose if you're on the mat. Wide-legged position if you're in your chair. I'm going to hold my knees, chair folks. Mat folks, you're going to hold your shins, your ankles, or even your toes. Press down through the sit bones, lift up through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And slowly begin to come forward. The flat back, don't drop the shoulders, don't round. Right across the collarbones. Slowly rise back up. Nice. We're going to bring the feet back together. We're going to sit off to the side. I'm going to come back into hands and knees position. Back to hands and knees. Back into our downward facing dog. Remember on the mat, I like you to take your hips back, your heels, weight into your hips and your legs, nothing off your shoulders. Spread those fingers, grip that mat, get those shins up. Slowly turn upside down. You don't have to straighten your legs, chest to your thighs, head relaxed. But eventually the heels might drop down, or maybe not today. Got a nice big stretch. We're going to hang out in a little downward facing dog for a few deep breaths in and out. We're going to ease the knees. We're going to walk into the chair or walk forward or lunge forward, and we're going to slowly rise up into our mountain pose, Tadasana. So come right up to the top of your mat, your feet firmly down. Feel like 4 corners of your feet firmly pressing into the mat. Feel like you're drawing up from your inner ankles all the way up into your inner knees and groin area. Draw the outer edges of your shoulders back and down. reaching up. Good morning. So again, if you feel that you're anxious, and especially at this time of the year, another little type of movement to help you concentrate and find that stillness within you. We're just going to start by raising both arms over our head, lowering them down. Raising both arms again. Maybe you want to lift up onto your toes, maybe not. And lower down. This time, just the right arm's going to come over your shoulder. Maybe you'll come up onto your toes and lower down. Left arm. Right arm. And lower. Left arm. Lower. Both arms. And lower. We're standing yoga mudra this morning. So I'm going to open my feet to the outer edge of the mat. I'm going to sweep the arms chest level. Draw them right back into the shoulder joints. Don't overstretch the arms. Now, feel the resistance as I press the arms down and back. Maybe you can keep the arms separated, or here's where you can use your tie or belt. You can hold it in both hands. Or you can even bring your hands together, interlacing your hands at your low back, straighten the elbows. So you have three options. Hands together, strap, belt. Lift your chest, look up, deep breath in, and then flat back, slowly start to come forward. Notice as the torso comes forward, the arms are lifting, 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 lifting. Go to that point where you feel comfortable, relax. Take several deep breaths in and out. And slowly release. Come back up. Yay. So we'll just set the block, or excuse me, set the tie off to the side. We're going to turn, come back to the top of the mat. Then come into a little chair pose this morning. Then we raise the arms over the shoulders. Both arms are going to come up. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Take a deep breath in. You press down to rise up. And I'm going to feel like I'm looking for that chair behind me. Looking for that chair behind me. And I'm going to continue that forward bend. So maybe the hands will come onto the thighs, chin draws in. Or maybe the fingertips will come right to the earth. That will help you release that little low back area. Get those hips moving back. Raise the arms. Rise up. Relax the shoulders. Lower the arms to your side. Repeating again. Press down, rise up, deep breath in. Slowly move back. You're looking for that chair. You don't have to go into a deep chair, maybe a little high chair, or maybe you want to come way down. You can continue your forward movement or use your hands to support your upper torso on your thigh. Or come all the way down. Press those hips way back. Reach up. Remember, press down and rise up. Arms, shoulders tight. Little standing twist. Gaze at your right palm. Twist your body. Come back to center. Turn, look to the opposite hand. Come back to center, turn the palms and lower the arms to your side. So now a little forward bend. If you're not going to go all the way down, you can use your chair. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Use my knees, chin to my chest. I'm going to straighten my elbows, flat back extension. Hips are moving back, chest is coming forward. You're all the way down to the earth. Hands on your shins, flat back extension. Come back to your forward bend. Take your arms out to the side like wings. Keep looking at the earth. Push down with your strong legs. Rise up. Bring your arms over your head. Arms out to the side. Remember, halfway down. Rotate the shoulders all the way down. Then repeat again. So let's take it all the way up. Easing down like a waterfall into your forward fold. Flat back extension. Drop back down, forward fold. Arms out to the side. Press down to rise up. Arms over your head. And arms out to the side and down. Okay. We're going to come into warrior one morning. Arms are going to come over the shoulders. I'm going to step back with my right leg. Remember, I stay facing the direction I'm heading. And the front knee softens. A little softness in that. I'm going to do a little shoulder and arm work. The arms are lifted. They're going to come out to T. They're going to hang on. Rising up. T. And down. And up. T. And down. Up. T. Down. Step the feet together. Bring the arms over the head, out to the side, and down. So we're going to work the opposite leg. I'm just going to turn so you can see. Lift the arms. Left leg comes back, front knee soft. Don't turn your torso towards the back leg. Keep your shoulders even, your hips even. Lifting up. Arms T. Airplane. Up. Side. Down. Up. Side. Down. Up. Side. Down. Rise up. Set your feet together. Arms out to the side and down. Very nice. Let's come into warrior two and then work our way into side angle pose. So very simply, step back, right leg's going to come down. You might just want it pretty close together, or you might want to bring it a little wider. I turn towards my back leg. I float the arms up. I gaze strongly down the length of my front arm. And especially that long finger. Gaze beyond that long finger. Spread those collarbones. Keep that chest lifted. Yes. No tension in the arms, but energy in the arms. Take some long deep breaths. You can come into side angle by just bringing the forearm on the thigh. You don't have to bring the forearm. You can just place the hand on the thigh or forearm on the thigh. Or maybe some of you want to go all the way down. Back arm comes up, or you might want to use the chair. Okay. Wrap the arm behind your waist. If you don't let the shoulder roll forward, you want to be open. It's a side angle pose. Yay. Straighten the leg. Draw those hips back. Don't jam them. Arm comes over your head and you're in triangle. Long, deep breaths. Push down, rise up, and relax the arms. Feet parallel, heel and toe. You're ready to go off to the other side. I'm just going to change the position of my chair. Yep. But I'm always opening to you. And we're going to take a step back with the left leg. Remember, warrior two. So it might be about 3 feet apart, maybe even wider if you wish. Front knee softens, back knee straight. Float those arms up, feel that energy. Remember, shoulders remain over the hips. Gaze down the length of that long finger. We're invincible today. Find inner stillness. Concentrate. Release the stress. Release the anxiety. Be still in your mind, in your body. Concentrate. That's our mantra. Stillness, concentration. Bring forward for side angle. Now I can shift my torso forward. Thigh, hand on the thigh, forearm on the thigh, chair. Left arm drops down, bicep over the top here. Or if you tend to roll that shoulder forward, I'm going to invite you to wrap the hand behind your waist. Stillness and concentration. Deep breathing. Begin to straighten your legs. Don't jam your hips, however. Let that arm come over your head. It can stay behind your back if you wish. If your shoulders have had enough. The arms lifting. Trikonasana, right triangle. Yay. Rise back up. Bring your feet parallel. Heel and toe the feet back together. And back to Tadasana, beginning pose. Our posture pose. Find that breath. I'm going to rest the hands on the lower abdominal area. And you'll feel the belly relaxing and breathing into the palms of my hands. And just the sensation of my own breath draws me into that stillness. Helps me concentrate. Nice. So from here, we're going to try a little bit of a stretch for the quadricep muscle. And I'm going to ask you to turn the back of the chair so that you can hold the back of the chair. And so I'm just going to shift the weight onto my inside leg, then the outside leg. You might want to reach down. You can reach, if you can, reach to the inside of the foot. Hold them down to the big toe, if possible. If not, reach to the outside. If you find it difficult to try and even get that foot or that leg off the floor, use your tie or your belt or your strap. Move around. Take the leg up. Make sure the knee is pointing to the earth, not out to the side. Point that knee to the earth. Draw it back a little bit. You get a wonderful stretch. That firm grip on that tie or belt or the leg. The spine tall. Release. And now hug the knee into your chest. Hug. And release. Now we'll do the same thing with the opposite leg. Again, you just shift the weight over. Bend the knee. Use your strap or your tie. Maybe reach down, hold the toes, hold the ankle, hold the shin. Get your knees as close together as you can. Get that thigh back just a bit. Stand nice and tall. Slow, even breathing. Remember to concentrate. And release. Nice. Now, hug that knee into your chest. Release. Wide-legged standing position. I'm going to bring the chair here. If you are not using the chair, here's where you can use lock. And so we're going to stand wide-legged position. Hands can come onto our hips, elbows back, chest lifted. Try not to collapse your inner arches. So really press the little toe side of your feet firmly into the mat. Feel like you're lifting your inner ankles up towards your shin. Will the flat back begin to come forward? Nice. Now I have the chair, so I can place my hands on the chair. If you're nice and tall, maybe you can reach the back edge of the chair. If you are not using a chair, you can use a block. You can have it on the high edge, remember high edge, medium edge, or flat edge. Now, we're going to walk the hands forward like in a nice wide-legged downward dog, pressing our chest towards our thighs, relaxing our chin to our chest. Find that inner stillness. Slowly release. You're on the mat, bend your knees, place your hands on your thighs, push into your legs and stand. If you're using a chair, you just bend your knees, straighten your legs. Heel and toe the feet back together, and we're back to mountain pose. Back to the beginning pose. Yeah. Come. Mat, folks. Raise up. Flow like a waterfall all the way down. Plant your hands. Walk back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We're going to come into side plank pose. So I'm just going to invite you to lift the right leg, not too high, bend the knee. Now I'm going to bring it halfway between the back leg and the front arm. Halfway up onto the mat. Press into both legs and open. Yes. Nice work. Back into downward facing dog. Now my chair buddies, it's the same thing, only the floor has come up to your hands and your chest. And you're in downward facing dog. So you're measuring between front arm, back leg. You're going to step halfway up between that space. You're going to roll to the outer edge of the straight leg. You're going to push into that hand. Maybe you need both arms down. You're going to push in. You're going to open. Side plank. Take some long, deep breaths in and out. And release. Back into our downward facing dog. If you're on the mat, lower your knees, come into child's pose. Here, folks, we come forward, sitting at the front edge of the mat, coming into our seated child. And slowly rise back up. We're going to come into a little boat pose, Nirvasana. I'm going to slide to the front edge of the chair. I'm going to draw the arms up. Now, as I come back, remember, I'm not using the chair to support my back so I can get the legs up into the air, but I'm actually using my core. Legs might come up or not. Maybe the toes have to hover. But be sure you use your power center. Cool. Nice. And release. Remember, if you are on the floor, you can clasp the backs of your thighs. Bring the lower legs up. And then you can release these. These are for my little mat folks. Either or. So we're in our little chair pose. Now we're going to add on. We're going to do a little variation. Boat pose, not chair pose, but boat pose. Little variation. Here's where you can use your strap. Here's where the strap is going to work wonders for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to loop the strap around the ball of that right leg. And you're gonna lift that leg up into the opposite leg can stay down. Got a nice grip on that, firm grip on that leg. Now, opposite arm is gonna come across and hold the tie or the strap, or even your leg if you're not using it, so that you can press down and lift up. The knee can be bent, it doesn't have to be straight. Little variation of Nirvasana, boat pose. And then I'm going to open up into a twist. So I'm going to start to lower the arm and turn my body and gaze towards that arm. Now I don't want the leg to come with it. I want the leg to continue moving across my body. You get a great twist. Release. Lower down. Good. Shake out a little bit. We're going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to show you what's going to happen if you're on the mat. Exact same thing. You can use the tie or the belt. You're in our little boat pose. I'm going to lower that outside leg, inside leg, and lift. Hold here, or maybe here, whatever you want. Now, I'm going to change hands. Opposite hand's going to come over. Now, I'm holding the little toe side of that foot, but maybe you're holding the ankle, or maybe you're holding a calf, or maybe you're using a tie or a belt. I'm not collapsing down. I'm going to push down. Remember, you press down, you rise up. Press down, rise up. Yes. Take some long, slow breaths. Find that stillness. Concentrate. Concentrate. And then we're going to start our twist. I'm going to slowly bring that arm down. Remember, the leg isn't going with the arm. It's coming in the opposite direction. I can feel that wonderful twist in my abdominal area. Deep breath in and out. And release. Let's come into our cobbler's pose. Soles of feet together. Hold on to the toes, hold on to the shins, hold on to the ankles, and now bow forward. In the chair, we have feet, knees wide, and bow forward. Slowly rise up and forward. So now we're going to allow this knee to be bent, but we're going to extend this leg out to the side. My left leg, maybe your right, my right leg bent. If you are on the mat, you can lift the sole of the foot to the inner line and allow the outer thigh to drop. Then I'm going to turn my torso so I'm facing that straight leg. I'm facing that straight leg. And I'm just going to rest the hands on that thigh. I'm not going to bring the arms up. I'm just going to rest the hands on the thigh. Find this nice and slow. I'm propped on my heel. My foot is flexed. My toes are straight. I'm going to slowly start to come forward. So I may come and keep the hands and my torso just above the knees. I may decide maybe I want to slide down to the shin area a little deeper. Or maybe I want to even go into the ankle area. Remember, go to the point where you feel the edge, a little stretch. Don't go beyond it. Don't strain away from it. Relax into it. Find that inner stillness and concentrate on your breath. Slowly rise up. We're going to go to the opposite side. Left knee is bent to the right. Right leg out to the side, your left. Again, you lift the torso, turn towards that straight leg. Foot is flexed, toes are spread, hands are resting lightly on the thigh. Lifting up, deep breath in and out. And then I just ease my body. So I go to the point where I feel my edge, I feel the resistance, and I don't push beyond it, I don't force beyond it, but I concentrate and I relax and I breathe. Slowly straighten and back up. Sit cross-legged, Sukhasana, easy pose on your mat. Sit with your feet parallel. Easy pose in the chair. Very nice work. Now from here, we're gonna, excuse me, we're gonna come into a forward bend with both legs. Come into stick pose or staff pose or dandasana, whatever you want to call it. Okay? And reach back and take that butterfly and move it away from the sit pose. Now in the chair, I'm going to move slightly forward. You don't have to straighten the knees totally, but on the mat, I'm going to invite you to straighten the knees. But I'm going to also tell you, you can use your block, and I'll show you on the floor in just a moment. Again, legs are together, knees are together, hands are resting on the thighs, torso tall, start to come forward, lead with your heart. Maybe the hands will slide beneath the knees today. Maybe at this point it feels a little easier. Relax. Deep breaths in and out. Remember, hold it. Don't bounce. Don't pull. Don't force. If you happen to be sitting on your mat, you can always use the block, especially if your hamstrings are tight. And you can rest your knees, the backs of your knees on the block. Pull that buttock flush away, spine tall, and start to come forward. Exhale through your mouth. Long exhalation. Breathing in, slowly come up. Now, if you're working on your mat, I'm going to invite you to lie down on your backs, coming into Apanasana, hugging the knees to your belly, and rocking from side to side. If you're on your chair, remember, you're going to bring your chest towards your knees. Here, or here, or here, and rock from side to side. Exhale through your mouth again. Inhale and roll back up to sit. Very nice. So we're going to lift the right leg. Now, you have your strap. You can loop the tie around the ball of the foot. Hold that tie with both hands. I'm going to rest left hand on left leg, put your right hand in the right left thigh if you're sitting facing me. Holding that tie securely in the right hand and then bring that leg up. I'm flexing, I'm pressing strongly through that heel. The toes are spread. Breath in and out. I'm going to begin to bend the knee. Now I'm going to hold the foot with one hand. I'm going to hold the knee with the other and rock it. Now, maybe you want to cradle the foot and the knee and rock. So whatever works for you, you can keep the leg low. You can bring it closer to your body. Great. Release. Changing legs. Straighten the leg again. One hand on the bent leg side, other hand hold firmly to the thigh. Take that leg up. Press through that heel. Release. Remember, the leg across. You can keep it low and rock. And bring it into the, feel it in your hook of your elbows. And release. Easy twist. So if you're lying down or sitting, I want you to cross right knee over left. Now, continue to allow your legs to go in that direction of that top knee. And then bring both of your arms away from the legs. Turn your head and look over the opposite shoulder. Go head and arms are turning away from the hips and knees. Here you can rest your back on the chair, on the mat, rest your body on the mat. Come back to center, uncross both legs. Take a twist to the other side. Left over, right. Knees continue, and hips. Arms float away. Head drifts. Welcome the stillness. Concentrate. Slowly release. Again, if you're lying, up knees to chest, up in asana, seated chest to knees, rock side to side. If there's any other little stretch or movement that your body is requiring, maybe you want to circle the knees one direction, circle the knees in the other direction, and gently prepare for Shavasana, final pose. I call it the icing on the cake, final pose. So make sure you keep your body warm. You have warmed up. Take a little blanket or something, cover yourself with a jacket or something. If you're wearing glasses, remove your glasses because you don't sleep with your glasses on. Let's stretch straight out on the mat. You can keep your knees bent if your back is a little achy today. Feet on the floor, or you can stretch your legs straight out. Palms face up towards the earth, away from you. Soften your eyes. Feel the inner corners of your eyes sinking in. Feel the outer corners of your mouth dropping out and down. Relax your body. Concentrate on your breath. All right, I invite you to take a 5-minute Shavasana. Mind and the body can absorb all the fine asana work. Relax your body, become still. Calm your mind. Just be in this moment. So I invite you to take as long a Shavasana as you wish. Coming out, remember, move slowly, moving fingers and toes, taking that full body stretch. Stretch. Release. Bending one knee at a time if you're lying on the mat. Bring the knees to the chest. Side to side. And ever so gently, back up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bow to your inner light. Namaste. Remember, for every minute of anger, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Thank you for coming, and I will see you Monday.